For years, I thought my anxiety was random. Panic attacks out of nowhere, constant worries that I couldn't explain. Then I discovered something that changed everything, and it's probably affecting you too. So stay with me, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand your anxiety a little bit better too. I'm Johanna Dinsdale, and as a qualifying psychotherapist in Canada, I've spent years studying anxiety. But let's get real here. I haven't always been this confident and self-assured. Let's flash back to university Jorb. I remember feeling so stressed that I had a panic attack thinking about going to the gym during my exams. My heart was racing, I could barely breathe, sweats, chills. I felt so embarrassed that I couldn't control this part of me. And the worst part, I wasn't sure what exactly triggered it. So I remember that very night, once I had done some self-care and calmed down, I started looking into the root causes of anxiety. And what I found completely shifted my understanding. Anxiety isn't the problem, it's a symptom. Think of it like a check engine light in your car. Would you just put a sticker on it and keep driving? No, you'd have to address what's wrong. In my research, I discovered that there's 3 things that typically are the root of anxiety, and I call this the anxiety triangle. Number 1 is nervous system dysregulation. It's when your body's threat system is stuck on overdrive. Those are the physical reactions that you're getting to anxiety, where you feel tense, your heart racing, blood pumping, that alarm is going off in the background. Number 2 is unprocessed emotional material. These are experiences, often from our childhood, that we never fully process, that is in the back burners of our mind. They sit in your subconscious, creating background noise almost that causes this anxiety. And number 3 is cognitive distortion patterns. These are learned thinking patterns, like catastrophizing, black and white thinking, mind reading other people, or at least attempting to, that create anxiety loops in your mind. Now here's where it gets interesting. When I mapped my own anxiety roots with these 3 causes, something clicked. That panic attack that I had thinking about going to the gym wasn't random. My nervous system was going into overdrive for the past month due to the stress of all the studying that I've been doing. I was sleeping for 5 hours a night, drinking copious amounts of coffee, eating purely junk food, pushing through the stress without any self-care. My body wasn't necessarily overreacting, it was appropriately reacting to what I was putting it through. But here's what fascinates me as a therapist. Clients with the same symptoms of that panic attack may have different root causes. Perhaps we discovered that somebody's passing, a loved one's passing, was really affecting them negatively. And the anxiety was almost a signal to say, hey, we need to process this and talk about it. Clients may discover that this is something that's been taught to them by their parents. People with anxious parents are often anxious themselves. You inherit these thought patterns because you're around these people so much, and they're giving you the script of how to think, even though it's not necessarily the healthiest way. And this is why sometimes generic anxiety advice doesn't work. You need to find your own root cause or causes. So how do you identify your root cause? Let me give you the blueprint. Step 1 is starting to track your anxiety. For the next week, when you feel anxious, you can write down these things. What was happening before, what you were thinking about, and what physical sensations you were feeling. If you notice, those are kind of the core 3 triangle symptoms. But don't analyze it yet, just record and observe. Step 2 is to look for the pattern. After a week, review your notes. If you're finding it's mostly physical, start asking yourself, is it because I'm not eating enough? Am I not sleeping properly? Does my anxiety improve when I have a good night's sleep or exercise? Was there any physical symptoms before those worries? For unprocessed emotional material, ask yourself, are there any memories that are popping up that's causing you anxiety? Do certain situations trigger these feelings in you? Are you avoiding certain things in your past? And finally, check in with your thought patterns. Does anxiety start with a worried thought and then manifest into something physical? Do you catastrophize a lot of the things in your life, which means blowing them out of proportion? Do you engage in all or nothing thinking, where you're saying, I have to do it perfectly or there's no point in doing it at all? Does anxiety ease when you challenge your thoughts? Moving on to step 3, test your hypothesis. You can start to try targeted interventions. If it's nervous system, prioritize sleep, eat better, add some breath work, some deep breathing. If it's unprocessed stuff from your past, try journaling about it. Or if thought patterns, Practice thought challenging, reality testing. If you've made it to this stage, I often recommend this is a good time to go to therapy too. You can bring in your notes and really help the therapist understand how they can help you process these things. It's all about taking small, actionable steps. Start to restructure your lifestyle so that it's sustainable and you're pursuing your higher purpose, whatever that might be. It's to fully understand where you're struggling and to be kind and gentle to yourself like a good friend. For my anxiety, I had to cut back a lot on caffeine so I could sleep properly. I stopped drinking caffeine after 1 p.m. I quit the all or nothing thinking around going to the gym where I had to do it at a specific time. Sometimes it's okay to give yourself a break if you're feeling absolutely exhausted. And I did more self-care too, doing walks to break up my studying sessions. I even started tracking it myself just on my phone, checking in with myself. What percentage of stress am I feeling right now? Is it at 100? Is it at 0? Where is it? And that way I could check in with myself and see, maybe I need a break right now. And that's what I want for you. Not to eliminate anxiety completely because that's quite impossible. It's so you can understand and make those small changes. Because you want to feel at home in your body. You want to feel like you understand your own mind. And now you have a framework to start that journey. If this framework really resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Which one sounded the most like you? The nervous system, thought patterns, unprocessed memories? And if you want more content like this, where we go beyond surface level advice, where we talk the real, feel free to subscribe or join my membership for those sweet shout outs and stickers. And please, if you're really struggling, please talk to a professional so you can get properly assessed. If you'd like to book a session with me, check out multitherapy.co. Wishing you all the best and multi goodbyes.